I think before Sentry, we kind of take the approach of we want to go above and beyond for our customers. So sometimes going above and beyond for us meant we had to roll a truck and send somebody out to help the client in their IT closet. That's just part of what we do. We just want to go above and beyond in all phases of the game. So oftentimes a customer's got a problem. They don't know how to fix it. We can't necessarily fix it over the phone because we don't have eyes and ears there. So we send somebody out there. And that's kind of what we sell on, that we are your IT team and we will do whatever it takes to get it fixed for you.
The way that the Sentry device is helpful for us and with our customers is that we are able to resolve some of these issues that were undetected before, like, for example, a overheating of a server room until, and then it's suddenly too late. We get a phone call that everything's down, and then we have to discover that there was something that took place that we didn't know about. So the one thing for sure is being aware of what's happening in a given server room and being able to resolve that prior to having a catastrophic type of a situation. Prior to Sentry, before I found out about this device, before any of these things happened, we had two different occasions where server rooms completely and totally overheated because there was no air conditioner in the room where the air conditioning went out. And in both of these cases, the customer rightfully said, why were you guys not aware of this? We didn't really have a good answer for that. And, they're right. We need to know when these things are taking place. So we get notifications on everything under the sun, but when you're talking about conditions in a closet, which is critical, for us not to know what's going on is just inexcusable.
I have a real live example that just happened the other day. The first client that we put the Sentry device in, we have the notification that if the temperature goes above 85 degrees, we get notified. In this particular case, this client's air conditioner had frozen over, and we were on our way to a football game. And all of a sudden, all of our people were getting notifications that our customer's temperature had gotten to 86 degrees. So I was able to pick up the phone and call this client, our first one, say, hey, there's something going on over there that we need to know about. And they said no. And I was like, do me a favor, go in the IT room and check out your air conditioner. Well, lo and behold, the air conditioner had frozen over. And that was an example. We would have sent somebody out, and this client's 45 minutes from our office. We would have sent somebody out to go over there to figure out why we were having some of the alerts going off. Whereas we were able to pick up the phone and say, we think something's going on in the IT closet, check it out for us. And sure enough, the temperature reading had gotten to 86, which allowed us to call the air conditioning company for them. Well, who knows what would have happened if it would have stayed heated for that long. I can't say what would have happened, but I know that it saved us a good hour and a half drive time, not to mention the fact the conversation time. So probably saved us 2.5 hours of one of our text time. And then on the soft cost, it also gave that customer that ease of mind that the boss is looking after everything that we have all the time.
We had a situation with a customer here in Schaumburg who their cooling system did go down. And we got a notification that the temperature seemed to be rising, which prompted us to send somebody over. And it turned out the cooling was down, and we were able to take everything offline before it completely overheated. We also had another situation recently of a detection of some moisture. Well, it turns out there was a leak. If we didn't know about it, it would have definitely been a situation where we would have lost everything. So we received the notifications. We call the client, say, hey, we need someone to go in and see what's happening. And we can walk them through what to look for, where to look for it. So for us, we didn't have to send anybody over there until we knew for sure what the problem was, and then we could send the right people over there. And in addition to that, there's false positives that take place with our own technology and being able to properly diagnose the situation before we actually deployed people to the site is a big deal for us because, we could send the wrong people. We could send, there's all kinds of variables. And, we try to run as lean as we possibly can with headcount. So for us, it's critical to know what the problem is before we actually send somebody over there because it's an exercise of 20, 30 minutes over there, getting in there, getting acclimated to what's going on, and then resolving the issue. And, in IT, minutes can mean the difference between losing everything and not. Interestingly, when we first took this on, it was mostly about the climate and about the temperatures and about all of the things that need to be right inside of a server environment. The camera aspect of this has been extremely helpful in multiple cases for us because we've literally had customers on the phone that are maybe 30, 40 minutes away that have an outage, that had a complete power failure, and now the power's back on and we need to walk them through these server, how to reset the server. Well, we used to do like a FaceTime and go through this whole rigmarole with walking them around. Well, now we can literally say, hey, walk into the server room. Once you get in there, you're going to go to the device and we can point them and walk them directly through. The cameras are extraordinary for this device and how well it works for such a small, non-invasive device. But being able to walk these clients through getting to their stuff to turn them on rather than having to send a guy out there, go through these kinds of things. Now, we may still have to send a guy out there, but at least we can get them up and going in the meantime.